episode 39. I have my buddy Jason Moore here with me, and his girlfriend Megan is over here as well. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
Hi.
So the reason I decided to do this with Jason is, I met him in Addiction at your little trailer. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And just even then, super nice dude. I was basically a piece of shit at that point, and Jason was just a really nice dude, even in Addiction. And then we were in jail together. Do you remember that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, in F-Block together for a little bit, and he'd always be like, "Does anybody got a cigarette?" Right after. And I'd always feel like maybe somebody did for a second. I was like, "That motherfucker." But no, super nice in jail, super good dude, and he went to treatment at Premier, killed it, has been killing it ever since, and it's just a light, dude, to the world. And so that's why I wanted to do this with Jason. Super grateful to have you here.
Super grateful to be here.
Thank you, bro. How are you doing? How's
Good.
life?
Life is good, man. Life is really good. Work is going amazing. I mean, it's work. It's hard. Megan is wonderful to be around. We're building a beautiful life together. Man,
Cool.
we just bought a new car. Just enjoying life. Just one day at a time, loving it.
Awesome, bro. Perfect. I always ask people that are in recovery, like, when is your clean date? Do you keep track of that?
I don't. I keep track of when I made the decision. When I started, what I keep track of is when I made the decision to change. Because in my opinion, drugs were a symptom, right? So it's not that getting off drugs was just the byproduct of a change that I got, which was January 2019. And that change, it took a few years after that to get everything taken care of and out of my system, but it was just that moment where I realized like that's when I kicked heroin, but there were still other things,
Yeah.
you know. But that's when I decided that like this life isn't for me anymore, you know, that like I had something better, you know, like I was homeless in Salt Lake, you know, like I detoxed in winter up there in a buddy's Land Rover, you know, sleeping in parks, asking people for money to get gas to stay warm, you know, and so that it was early January 2019 is when my mindset switched to where I was like, I'm ready to be something better for myself.
So kind of rolling into that, like, what clicked for you this time? What do you feel like? Like, just,
I
because
don't
we were
know.
in jail, obviously, neither one of us stayed sober that time.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we both had plans of staying sober when we got out, like,
Always.
doing good. And so for me personally, like, what clicked was just the people that, like, helped me and I just didn't want to do it. My life got so shitty.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so bad that, like, not knowing what sober was like, and the fear of not knowing what my life's gonna be like, having a lot of doubt of like that I'm probably not gonna be able to accomplish much, you know. Because I never knew that was possible for me.
Yeah.
But just what clicked is I got offered drugs in jail, and I was just like, no, dude, like, no, I don't want to this time. Like,
Nice. Yeah, for me, it was similar, you know, like you try, like, you know, and there's always, you know, when you get out, there's something. For me, it was just, I felt like I was going nowhere, you know, like I could start to see my worth a little bit, you know, and being like, you know what, like I'm worth a whole lot more than this, you know, like I'm sleeping in, you know, like I'm sleeping in trap houses, you know, and like in cars, I'm sleeping in Liberty Park in a tent, you know, I'm just like,
yeah, it just gets bad, dude.
it gets bad, like, and then I had amazing support from family and friends that weren't using, and it's not that I used them up, I just would ignore them, and I just was like, like all my friends were dying around me, you know, and like everything was just like piling on, and I'm just like, you know what, like I'm better. I have more to give than this, and I think it just took that spark in me to want to be the light that I know that I am, and it took an amazing amount of strength and willpower, and I don't know exactly what clicked for me. It just like hit me, just like everything inside of me was just like, Jason, like I love you. It's time to do this,
Yeah.
man. You know, and like and after that, it was just like I just made that that hard decision. I just put up that boundary, like I'm starting with heroin, you know, like, and that was the hardest thing. So I was like, I don't care what it takes. I'm done. I'm sick of being like, you're around people that are just not, and I don't want to say they're not good people, because everybody's good people, right? You know, they all have good in them, but like just people that was their life and they didn't care to change, and like they're slowly dying, and I'm like, this is not me. Like, life is too good. Like, there's so much more in this world for that. And
you ever feel lucky?
All the
like
time.
When you see people like dying and like going back to prison and like just that can't figure, like they get clean for a little bit and they just, because that's what we did, you know. And sometimes I just feel really like lucky that that's not me, dude. And somehow I managed to be like 7 years in October, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
You're an inspiration, brother. You are
crazy,
a huge
dude.
inspiration.
I don't think I sure as fuck didn't think I'd ever get 70, and I'm pretty sure 99% of the people that knew me didn't have any faith in me either.
Yeah.
So it's like possible for anyone, man. It's just sometimes I feel really lucky.
Yeah.
To not be in jail, to not be homeless, to not
homeless, like chasing that drive and waking up in the morning with like, you going to bed either making sure you got something for in the morning, or like that anxiety of not having dinner in the morning, you know. But it's almost as like, I feel so lucky and blessed myself, and like, and Premiere was huge for me too. That was like, I started this path, but like I needed that end game in the Premiere.
You were perfect. Premiere's perfect for you.
Perfect for me,
yeah,
bro.
The good ones always fly right through the program.
Yeah.
Like, fuck no, like they graduate. I'm like, no.
No, but I also feel almost not obligated, but like responsible or honored to give back. You know, like I found what works for me, and that was just like healing what was inside, and truly getting to the core of my traumas and my belief systems, you know. And then so like now that I'm like, oh man, I'm blessed, I'm lucky, I figured it out. Like, how can I give it to other people? Like, how can I share this, you know? And through Dharma is
that's what I was gonna ask you. I was like, what is doing? That was the later question, but just to roll into it, like, what does that do for you to do that? Because I Dharma's super cool, man. And anybody that's like Justin used to do it, some other chick used to do it at USARA, and I loved going to Dharma, dude. I loved it. But so what does it do for you to be able to do that?
It I mean, ultimately it's kind of selfish, like, but like it's like I have my own group on Wednesday, you know, because I loved going to group through Premiere, you know. Every day I was pretty stoked to go, you know, and it's just kind of like I have my place where I can go and sit and be myself with other people, you know, and I really like that it's with the day treatment guys, because they're like coming in entry level, you know, and it's like you get to see these people like grow from like the first time they come in to like when you don't see them anymore, they're like different people, you know. And that's like just being a positive influence in anybody's recovery, or you know, it does so much for me. It helps keep me grounded and focused on my own recovery, you know.
Dharma's super cool, and you both are like the perfect people to be doing that. And I think that's super cool. You guys do that for them and for yourselves, like, because Dharma's dope. So I had a question, but I'm gonna ask Chris to ask you a question. I asked Hunter as well.
Okay.
Their questions were close to the same, but Hunter's was, how do you remain loving when you're in conflict with someone? And I was like, does he ever have conflict with anybody?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if that's like, I don't know.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do. But it's what you have to do is like the 4 agreements I've been reading, right? It's first off, you don't have to take personally anything, you know. And then I've been trying the best I can to see somebody else's projection of whatever the suffering they're going, whether they're projecting it onto me or they're just themselves, you know, creating conflict. You try to see that as like that person's in pain.
Yeah.
Look at them with compassion and try to react with compassion, you know, which isn't always easy to do, but that's the best advice I can give, is to just like take some breaths and be like, all right, this person is obviously in pain. try not to take it personal at all.
You know what A Course in Miracles is?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And it says like everything is either an act of love or a call for love.
Yeah.
You know,
Beautiful.
and that's basically what you just said. You just summed that up right there.
Yeah.
And Jason, or not Jason, you're Jason. Chris wanted to know how you remain. I was gonna ask you how you always keep such a good attitude, but his was like, how do you remain so loving all the time?
I just love.
You
man.
just love.
I just love.
Because it's seriously like I watch you, and I know everybody has their moments. I know everybody's human,
Yeah.
and we're always putting on our best face usually when we're out of place. But
Absolutely.
just ever since I've known you, bro, like in jail, and you've just been really, really nice to people. Like I try to be nice to people,
Yeah.
but I'm not near as good as you are, bro.
Well,
It's just a good quality you have, dude.
Yeah, thank you. I think it all stems from like early trauma, childhood trauma. Like I didn't have many friends. I moved away from Ohio for my brother and sister to be with my dad out here, and they're in Ohio. And my dad was a truck driver, so as soon as I moved out here, he was gone all week, and I was stuck with my very uncaring stepmother, you know. So like I was alone. So I think it stems from like my need, honestly, to be accepted. And so like examining that, I realized that that was a good response I got from a trauma. So I just changed my perspective on that trauma, and then I just use that, and I just keep love in my heart. I mean, I love people, you know, like I don't try not to judge people, you know, and just love.
That's a cool way to flip that.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people, not everybody, but when we get treated like shit, we end up treating people like shit, you know. Hurt begets hurt or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to really flip that. That's also, I always been, because I do A Course in Miracles and shit, so
Nice.
that's what's always on my mind when people are talking, you know.
Yeah.
And, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Fuck, never mind. Anyways, it'll come back.
Yeah, cool. Wait, no, bring it up.
I wanted to know, how is your relationship with Megan, like while you're sober, different from your relationships in the past while using?
Well, that's a really, really good question. I think with Megan, I mean, she's just my love, you know. It's different in general.
Look at him light up. You see him light up? Look at him just light up, dude. That's cool.
It's different in a lot of ways because I'm showing up different. I think relationships in the past was like more, I felt like if I had somebody that like I wasn't as bad of a person, you know, like I also had somebody to take care of, somebody, you know, and like my last relationship I was really in, you know, I was with her for 7 years and we started using together. I mean, I had already used.
Was she the one that was at the trailer?
Yeah.
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 I remember your dog died and we buried it while you were in jail, I think.
No, well, she did. You guys put her up and I went and buried her while I was in jail.
I thought William buried her.
No.
He told me to tell you hi to William, my cousin William.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So.
Yeah, I asked him for a question and he's like, I can't think of questions, but tell him.
Yeah, how's he doing,
He's
bro?
doing great, dude.
He's
doing great.
I miss him. I heard he's doing really well.
Yeah,
so.
that's cool. Sorry, continue. Sorry,
Yeah, no. I think mainly it's just I'm able to focus more on building a life I want instead of surviving.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're using, you're just chasing that sick feeling, you know. And when you have a partner, you have another person. So like my main goal was like, how am I gonna get enough drugs for us, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like either work or doing dirties or whatever it is we do, you know.
You worked?
I worked.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I worked for a long time while I was using.
That's wild.
I know. Like
Dude, I do heroin like twice, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not working no more.
No, I
This
do.
is my job now.
Yeah. No, well, I was a horrible drug dealer. I couldn't sell it. I was
Same,
horrible
just
enough.
did it.
Horrible at like doing dirties, you know. I'm horrible at like going and stealing. So the only way I know how to do it at that point is to work, you know. It just so happened that like I was able to pull it off for a few years, you know, for enough, and it's yeah. They say functioning addict. I wasn't functioning, you know. I was showing up at work, but within a year of any company, they figured it out pretty quick, you know, and they either put up with it or send you packing. But so it's I think mainly it's just like I'm able now to see an actual future and like see like how I want to build my future with with someone, you know, and I'm a lot more trying to be a lot more in tune with her needs.
Yeah. You can't do that when you're using, bro.
You
You can't because you're worried about, like you said, keeping them well.
Yeah.
And yourself.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. There's no like real like.
No.
There can be moments and stuff. I mean, we're still human.
Yeah.
But heroin is really good at blocking any real connection. You know, that's the point of it, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's just different when you're sober, man, and you invest your time in a person and you love them and you get to know them and it's just a completely different experience.
Completely different experience. Yeah. It's an actual experience, an actual connection with somebody, you know, and like the love is real and it's beautiful, you know. And me, you know, like I couldn't imagine, you know, my life without her at this point, you know. It's like so much we're building together is so much of what I've always wanted in my life, you know.
Dude, that's an important thing too. It's like make your life worth like staying sober, you know.
Yeah.
Like when times are, what do you do? I was gonna ask you that. What do you do when times are hard? Like what do you do to get through it or get out of it, or what is your
like breathing? Sometimes I just have to walk away from a situation for a little bit. I know that nicotine, you know, either invokes or like helps the situation, you know. But I don't know. I just know that no matter what goes on, I have such a hard boundary with it that like no matter how bad things get, like I even if it crosses my mind before the thought gets through, I've trained myself to just be like, that's not an option.
Yeah.
You know, and then
no matter what, dude.
No matter what, and then the more you do that, the easier it's to be like, all right. And then after a while, I don't even start. It's like when things are rough, I'm like, I want to just scream. I'll like go somewhere. I'll play guitar, or I'll do something, you know, to let that out. But like not like maybe once or twice a year does something come in where I'm like, oh, you know, like I just want to go, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go use, you know. Every once in a while I see a vein pump.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, dude.
I'm like
where were you when I needed you?
Yeah, I know. Like, so it's
that
like
picture of tinfoil. I see tinfoil and I hear it and I'm like,
yeah.
It like just certain things make me. I love smoking meth and heroin together, like putting it together.
Oh yeah, no.
And shooting. I obviously shot it, but I did it as like a recreational thing, just to be doing drugs all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And when I see tinfoil, it reminds me of that. And I can like taste it. And I start thinking, bro, my brain will be like, you should like at the very, you should at least get on kratom or something. You know?
Yeah, no.
Like, and it tells me that you should get on Suboxone. You should, and no judgment to anybody who's on Suboxone.
Yeah,
but I'm at a point where that's obviously something I don't need, you know.
Yeah, no.
But my brain tells me like, dude,
yeah,
that's a good methadone.
It's
Come on, dude.
I know.
You'll be happier every day.
It's crazy that our brains have that we've tricked our brains, you know, or like changed our brains, like using, it's like literally like you thought about meth or heroin before you thought about food or sleep or water or anything, and like there's still definitely some residual of that change that you have to battle.
When I get sick or when I had COVID or when I get like a flu or the whole time, like, because that's similar to coming off heroin.
Yeah,
So my brain, the whole time is like, you need heroin.
Yeah.
You need heroin that will fix this, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I just like observe it. Like Ryan taught me to help me to like observe my thoughts and not take it personally and like give it a name of somebody you don't like. I did that. You know, it was weird when he had me do that. This was 4 years ago, over 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I just started working with him, and he's like, who's the name? And I told him the name, and the dude messaged me right at that moment. I hadn't talked to him like in forever. I was like, I swear to God, and I was like, dude, that's like perfect.
That's cool.
That's the name it's supposed to be, dude.
Yeah.
I told him, fuck you, don't. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Definitely got to block those people out.
What do you hope to accomplish in the near future? Like, what goals are you guys setting together, or personal goals, or this is like case management? What are your goals?
Yeah, my goals. Well, to marry a beautiful girl over there. I don't know, man. Like my goals are to just love life, to be happy. You know, like I'm not attached to really a lot of outcomes.
I kind of figured that would be your answer, and I love that.
Yeah, yeah. I obviously want to help people. I want to, you know, I want to build a family with somebody beautiful. I want to have things like a house, you know, and stuff like that. But I'm not. I mean, I just want to work, be healthy, eat
Yeah,
good
just
food.
things come, man. Like I've noticed, like Chris just got from the dude that does A Course in Miracles that comes and does the group.
Yeah,
He put in a contest to win a car,
yeah.
and he won second place.
No,
And so he's giving Chris $5,000
no way.
to help him with a new car.
Nice.
And
Go,
it's just
Chris.
like, dude, when you're doing, my uncle passed, and that's how I
Yeah.
got the car I got,
Yeah.
and I didn't expect it. My cousin Jordan helped me with like $30-something thousand,
Wow.
and that's how I got this place. You know,
Wow. Yeah.
it's like I've just shown up and just been a good person without like super big expectations. Of course, I want a house and like a car, cool
Yeah.
car, and like,
Yeah.
but they're not everything to me. And it's just like happened, bro. And I promise you, things will just
Happen.
come to you as you go, bro. The more you're like reaching for stuff, the further it pulls away. It seems.
Yeah. The more you try to hold on to something, like they say, life is like water, right? If you try to squeeze it, it's just gonna squeeze out of your
Yeah.
hand. But if you cup and hold it and just let it be, it's gonna be.
Like Ryan said, the short path. Or wait. The quick way is the long way, and the long way is the quick way.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Like the more you rush to get it, and then people are good at accomplishing those things. So people,
Yeah.
and this is no judgment. It just seems like it's once they get it,
So on to the next.
next thing, it's like
Yeah.
it never even really mattered.
Yeah,
You know?
it's-
So that's something I've watched my cousin, who's so smart at like making money and like,
Yeah.
and he gets out of prison, he just tries to go
Kills it.
get everything back in 1 second,
Yeah.
and it overwhelms him, and he goes right back. Dude.
Right back. Yeah.
And I just wrote him, and I was like, bro, I hope when you come out, like, take your time, man. It's like
Yeah.
things will just come as they're supposed to if you just
be.
trust it, dude. You
Yeah.
know, that's like, it's so hard because that's not what we're taught, you know.
No.
So it's something that you definitely like. I feel like doing like inside work, like you've done,
Yeah.
finding the core reasons of why you do what you do
Yeah.
is a big reason why you're able to like slow down and allow things to come.
Just
to you.
allow. Yeah.
Yeah.
My teeth, man. That was one of my goals because my teeth were jacked. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
But like the company I started working for, like I said something to one of the guys at the barbecue, the safety guy, one of the guys, the higher ups. And, you know, and I covered my mouth when I smiled or something like that, and he calls me up and he's like, "Hey, dude, so we want to help you with your teeth."
Out of nowhere, dude.
Out of nowhere, you
Yeah.
know. And it's like, cause like I wanted to get my teeth done before we got married, you know, and like so there's like these goals that I had that like seemed impossible, you know. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna come up with 20,
Yeah.
30 grand for new teeth, you know. And but like it just happened, you know.
It's
like,
dope, huh?
It's dope.
It's super cool.
It's
Yeah.
dope,
It's like I was like, you just show. I can't remember who I was just talking. Like, if you just show up and be a good person,
yeah,
like you're gonna get what you're supposed to get, dude.
yeah,
And then to be content with. Like when I got out, I felt like I should be owning a business and be the CEO,
yeah.
but I couldn't even hold a job. You know,
Yeah.
But I felt like I should be somewhere running
Yeah.
like the White House or something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
in charge of everything.
Yeah, you had
But I
all
couldn't
this
hold a
like-
job the first year of my recovery, dude, at all.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was super impatient, and nothing came my way, dude.
Yeah.
What's your message of hope?
Message of hope. Trust the process. Like hope. You know, just know that like whatever's happening to you, you're strong enough, and it's meant to happen. These lessons are coming at you. You know, don't ever give up on yourself. You know, and just trust the process.
You're worth it, dude. You know, like
Yeah,
you're
worth it. Yeah,
for sure.
the faith. You know, have faith in yourself. Have faith in your own ability. You know, and no matter what it is, don't take it personal.
What's this song you're gonna play about?
It's about it's about a man. It's about one of my personas when I was using a man called Jimmy Crack Corn, but it's we just finished it up.
I like that name, Jimmy Crack Corn.
Yeah, it's cool. It's about a guy who like it's like rocking coke in a barn and like it's the best, and then he starts smoking the rock and you know, and then destroys and then everything ends, you know.
I love that, and I love that Jake's song was about his guitar named Balloon. First time I ever met him, the first thing he ever said to me was, check out this guitar. And I'm like, what the fuck? He was so like, he was out of his mind.
Yeah.
And he had like this compartment on the inside where he like did drugs and he'd shake it and drugs came out. And so the song was called Balloon. And,
Nice.
and this is about Jimmy Crack Corn. This is super cool.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Crack Corn.
And that's cool he was your sponsor. And it's the only two people that are gonna play the song on here.
Nice.
You can do it whenever you're ready, brother.
Yeah, whenever.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Cool. Let's. Well, I once knew a man I called Jimmy Crack Corn. He spent all day rocking coke in the barn. It was the best around. Don't know what he did, but that's where the story begins, and that's where it'll probably end. Well, people started coming by, herding by flock. The word it got around, never thought it would stop. But silly little Jimmy man, he fell off his block. Well, Jimmy started smoking the rock. He smoked and smoked up all that he's got. And whoa, Jimmy, your mama's calling you to come home. And whoa, now Jimmy, well it's time for you to leave it alone. Time for you to get back home. And whoa, now Jimmy, your papa's calling you. Are you out there? Then whoa, now Jimmy, well crack your corn, I don't care. Crack it till there's none left to spare.
Nice, dude. That was awesome. I love that.
Thanks.
That was great, bro.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much, man. Did you have fun?
I had a blast, man.
It's easy,
I
man.
loved it. Yeah, it was great. It was just having a conversation
Yeah.
with my homie, you know?
Go, man. I love you so much, and I
I love you
appreciate you
too,
coming
brother.
on.
Yeah. Thanks
Awesome.
for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Stay lit, dude. That's it.
Stay lit.